Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a look for you guys using the Sweet Peach palette by Too Faced. This look was actually inspired by Manny MUA here on YouTube, and he did a simple cut crease look using the Modern Renaissance palette, which is exactly where I got the idea of doing this type of look, but using this bad boy. So it's not going to be like your average gorgeous winged out cut crease, but more of like a simple 3/4 way through the eye type of cut crease look. But I promise you it'll be good. So stay tuned and let's get this thing started. So as you guys can see, I zoomed you in a little bit because I had some people asking to kind of get a better view of my eyeshadow. So I hope that I'm not too close and personal, but as you can see, I already filled in my eyebrows, so my eyelids are also primed, so we're just going to jump right into the eyeshadow look. So first I'm going to be going in with the shade Georgia. Sorry guys, I know it's hard to pick up, but it's this shade right here. And I'm going to be going above that little crease you could see in my eyes right there. My eyes are a bit hooded, so that's why I'm choosing to go above that crease right in my eye. So I'm going to take the Morphe E23 and I'm just going to go into that shade Georgia and just blend it up on top. This will be kind of my transition shade, so it'll help every shade that I'm going to put in after this blend a lot easier. Key part about blending your eyeshadows is it's gonna take a lot of time, but I promise you you're gonna be happy with those results afterwards because all that blending will just make everything look a lot more seamless and gorgeous on your eye. So don't feel too stressed if you're blending for about an hour. Go in with Puree and Summer Yum and kind of blend both of those together, and you are just kind of go a little bit below where you use that transition shade, and don't go all the way into your eye. You want to stop about halfway. But I'm going to be taking my Morphe M433, so take a little bit of Puree and a little bit of Summer Yum, tap off that excess, and we're going to go a little bit lower, but you want to make sure that you're not getting eyeshadow on your lid. So I'm going to go just a little bit below that color Georgia and slowly circular motions blend that in there. You ever see it starts to look a little harsh like it is right now? You could go back in with your E23 and just kind of blend. So it'll make everything look softer and seamless. Don't forget, ladies and gentlemen, blending is key. Just gotta suck it up, poke it out, and do it. So this is a little detour step. I'm gonna go in with just the shade Puree right here, and I'm going to keep packing it on right there just because I want to put a little bit more depth before I go in with my last shade. So next I'm going to be going in with the shade up here called Charmed, I'm sure, and I'm going to be taking this Morphe B19, it looks a little like this, brush, and I'm going to take the shade and I'm just going to pack it in this outer corner. You're not gonna go into the crease at all, you're just gonna pack it in there. So next we're gonna go in for the hardest part, and I hate it. So I'm going to be using this brush. It's like this flat little square head brush. I got it from Shop Miss A, and it's called the E115 by AOA Studio. And then I'm gonna grab any concealer you have works. I'm gonna be using my Naked Weightless Skin Concealer by Urban Decay, and just taking the wand and wiping it on the back of my hand. I would just wipe it on the wand, but I feel like I don't get to control as much as I'm picking up if I'm doing it that way, so that's why I just kind of take a little bit. So you don't want to go on with a super intense amount of concealer when you're cutting, because I feel like that'll make it a little bit harder to blend the concealer out when you get to that step. So I'm just going in with a little bit on the tip of this brush, and see where that line again is on my eye. I'm going above that line because I want you guys to see my cut crease look when my eyes are open. So now I'm going to go into this part, and it's going to be pretty tricky. My finger. It's kind of hard because I have these big ass nails on. Crucial that you set your concealer quickly after you do this. And so to set that concealer, I'm going to go in with this shade. It's in the shade Peaches and Cream, and you're going to set that concealer on your eye just so it doesn't crease or just get messy. And I know right now it looks really harsh, but I swear I'm going to blend it into the concealer and it'll look a lot better. So bear with me. I'm taking my Luxie 211. It's just this flat brush. I'm packing Peaches and Cream right on where I put that concealer. And then I'm going to go back in with the Morphe M433 and just kind of go above this and blend, blend, blend. So I'm going to go in on the other eye and do exactly what I did on this eye with my concealer. I think a big part of this is don't feel like you have to go in one stroke across your eye when you're doing this concealer. You can go, you know, little by little by little. That makes it a little bit easier for me, in my opinion. And remember, key is to not put too much concealer on the brush at a time. Remember, your finger is key in patting it out. Unless you have claws like me, it's a little harder. So you're gonna set it, and then you're gonna blend. So still gonna set it with Peaches and Cream and my Luxie 211. And we're gonna go in with the M433 and then blend. Just a little bit with this brush though, and then the E23. Okay. And then it's gonna look a little bit like this. Okay, next I'm gonna be going in with my NYX matte liquid liner, and I'm gonna be drawing us a big wing, because I love a good big wing. So now I'm going to be going in with some of my favorite lashes. These are a pair of lashes from the website Alieexpress, and I've actually gotten a lot of questions about these eyelashes, so I'm just going to go ahead and link below exactly where you guys can find them, because I know a number of you guys are really interested in them. So check out my description box below and you'll see the link in there. So I'm going to be using the House of Lash lash glue. Eyelash glue dries super quick, so didn't have too many issues with it. So now I'm just gonna go on to the next eye. So now we got both eyelashes glued on, and we're going to move on to the next step, our face. Okay, so I'm zoomed out for this part of the tutorial because I'm going to first put on my primer so you guys can have a more, visible look at my whole face instead of me being like this close. So let's grab our primer and let's jump into this base. This face base. So I'm going to be using the Baby Skin Instant Pore Eraser. It looks like this, and I love it. I think it's pretty good. I would say I have combination dry skin. Sometimes my forehead gets oily, so sometimes you see it looking a little glistening. Don't worry about it, I'll fix it later. I rub it on my fingers. And I'm not going to apply primer on my nose today because I actually learned a trick yesterday that apparently if you apply eyeshadow primer, to your nose, if you have like problems with your foundation sticking to your nose area, you can try an eyeshadow primer, and apparently it works better to stick your foundation on. So today, I guess I'm going to experiment and try that out. So I'm pretty sure you can apply any eyeshadow primer you have to your nose if you want to try out what I'm testing today. But I'm going to be using the Photo Focus eyeshadow primer by Wet n Wild. And I'm just taking a little bit and putting it in my nose area. I don't want to put too much. Just like primer, if you put too much, it kind of defeats the purpose and it won't work how you want it to. So just put a little bit. A little bit always goes a long way. Okay, so for my foundation, I'm going to go in with the e.l.f. This is the rub it off, but I figured out what kind of foundation it is. This is the Acne Fighting Foundation, and it's in the shade Porcelain. And then I'm going to be going in with my Fit Me Matte and Poreless. And then I'm going to go in with my brush. It's from Shop Miss A, and it's from the AOA Studio, and it's the F4 brush. It's kind of a rounded kabuki brush. Okay, next we're going to go in with our concealer. So now I'm going to go in with my Naked Skin Concealer by Urban Decay. And I'm first going to start by putting it under my eyes and concealing those dark circles. And then I like to get my forehead, down my nose, under here. This is a really bad hormonal spot for me. On my chin and at my cupid's bow. Now I'm going to go in with my Coty Airspun and the shade Naturally Neutral, and I'm going to just set underneath my eyes and bake certain areas of my face. And now I'm going to go in with my e.l.f. powder brush, and I'm just going to sweep away what is under my eyes, because I don't like to leave it sitting for too long. With my CoverGirl loose powder in the shade 105 translucent, and just go over the rest of my face with this. Okay, next we're on to contour. So now I'm going to be going in with this shade in my NYX contour kit, and I'm going to be contouring my cheeks. And I'm using the Morphe M530, and it looks like this. Okay, and now we're going to go back in with our Airspun, and I'm going to clean up my contour. This will give it a more cut, sharp look when you bake underneath your contour line. And you just leave it, I leave it on there until I finish everything else. And it'll make everything appear a lot sharper. There we go. And next we're going to move on to blush. I'm actually not highlighting today because I think that this look is kind of more subtle without highlight. So I'm going in with the Wet n Wild Color Icon blush and the shade Rose Champagne. And just like right on the apples of my cheek, I'm going to blush them up. I don't like to go too hog-ass wild with my blush, just enough to make me look like a little rosy girl. And then I'm going to go in with my, I'm kind of skipping around on steps, but I'm going to go in with my peach palette again, and I'm going to take the shade Puree and my M433 and smoke out my lower lash line. Next we're going to go in with our mascara, and I'm going to be using the Wet n Wild Mega Length and just coating my lashes so they blend in better with my falsies, and then getting my lower lashes. Now I'm just going to dust off that bake. And look at how sharp it makes that contour. Okay. And then my last and final step will be to take the liquid lipstick from Ofra in the shade Aries. This is actually Manny MUA's collab. I wasn't trying to be crazy about a Manny MUA, but I just happened to be already, so. And I'm going to apply this. Ofra liquid lipsticks are some of the best liquid lipsticks, so if you guys have not tried them, I definitely would. And if you're fair like me, Aries is honestly a beautiful peachy nude. So here's the final look. Thank you guys for watching once again, and I appreciate everyone that watched my first video. It honestly blew my mind to think that, I mean, it's not a crazy amount, but that so many people, in my opinion, wanted to see me do my makeup. So stay tuned, and I can't wait to bring more for you guys. Let me know in the comments below what you want to see next, and I love you guys. Bye.